Okay, this one is a 2000 Ford Expedition. Ford. Came in here, they called me in for a new A1 Cardone Reman PCM that they're replacing for the second time. They've already replaced it once. And I'm starting to think, by the way, that this guy came from Eric's area because everything in here is camouflage or something. It must be deer hunting season. But anyhow, this is what we get when we start to identify the vehicle. Notice it says vehicle nav. That doesn't mean navigation. That means it thinks it's a navigator. So is that correct? No. Incorrect calibration programmed. So we're going to come over here and we're going to hit this button and it's going to say, to enable the diagnostic tester to identify the PCM, please enter one of the following on the screen. PCM part number, calibration number, or tear tag number, 4 digits. I'm going to show you what you would do here. Now, a free resource out on the Motorcraft website. Let me get rid of our Train by Text group up here for a moment. One of the things that we have in there is the module as built data. And I'll show you guys how to get to this on another video because I'm going to do it with a screen record. But as you can see there, there's our VIN number and our tear tag number right below it. ZUT4. If we come in here and we type in our ZUT4 and hit enter. Well, don't hit enter, you have to hit the check mark. It's going to ask me if I have an Expedition. Yes, I do. Now I can hit enter. And now it knows that I'm looking at an Expedition. Is this correct? Yes, that is correct. With 190,000 miles. Turn the ignition switch off. Ignition switch is now off. Hit enter. Please ensure all the following. Yes, we are sure of everything there. We do not have a diesel. Set the ignition switch to on. And the programming will begin. Now, I'm going to tell you guys that there is no way that this thing is going to finish the actual and get this car started because the customer forgot to do something, and even though I asked the shop specifically, always make sure that you have 2 keys. They kind of forgot and only gave me 1. I'll show you how we're going to be able to determine that in a moment. But I'm 95% sure that this car will require 2 keys. Programming should go rather quick. Actually, while that's going, you know what? Maybe I won't do the screen record. Maybe I'll just show you guys, get rid of that again, how we actually got to this stage. So if I hit the back button, and back button again, when you go into, let's see if I just click, now I have to go back one more. When you get into the Motorcraft website, it's motorcraftservice.com, you're going to come in here, you're going to click submit after you know that it's in the United States. And over here on the right hand side, you're going to hit those little 3 lines, and down here you're going to have free resources. Under free resources, they put it under quick guides. Why? I don't know. And as you'll see, they have a whole bunch of quick information in here, but one of the things that they have is that module as built data. And when you click on that, it's just going to have you place in your VIN number, you'll hit the submit button, and then you're all set to go. So here we are, PCM reprogramming, almost done. Okay, set the ignition switch to off. Ignition is off. Turn the ignition switch on. It's going to tell you to turn it off again. Sometimes, let's see. Yep, turn it off. All that good stuff. Now, module requires some additional settings. It wants to know the axle ratio, and on this one here, it will be the 373. Does it have shift on the fly? Yes, it does. So we have 4x4 electronic shift, tire size. In this case, what do we got here? 265 7017. 265 7017s. We'll pick that. Our 4x4 low range input. And yes, it does have 4 low. Feel like I'll need a shower after I get out of this car. Turn the ignition off again. Okay. Turn the ignition back on. And it's going to do a quick programming now to enter in some of that other data that we just entered into it. Come on now. Calibration has been loaded and checked. Sometimes you'll see a little progress bar at the bottom on the second part. Sometimes you won't. Turn the ignition off again. Hit enter. We didn't do a diesel. Programming label I already made up. Operation successful. Programming complete. Turn the ignition switch off. And it's off. And then comes the stupid screen. Nope. That went too far. It wasn't supposed to go back in there. Alright, let's do it again. Ignition switch on. Oh, I see. It's going to re-identify again. My mistake. Now it knows it's looking for an expedition. Okay. Is that correct now? Yes. As a matter of fact, it is. Are we done yet? No. Most definitely not. Because up there at the top, little blinking theft light. So, get past this screen. I don't know why the ROs always end up showing up. There is a way to turn it off, but it always comes back. And the next step is you're going to go into body, security, PATS functions. And enter again. The control function location is in the instrument cluster. So yes, we can do this without a second key. All we have to do is require the parameter reset. So instrument cluster is going to store the 2 keys. Putting in a new PCM does not mean that we have to erase any keys or anything else like that. All we have to do now is just a parameter reset. So we're going to click that button. It'll take 10 minutes. At the end of that process, it's going to give me an option to do parameter reset, which it's really all it is, guys, is just clicking the button, turn the key off, wait about 10 seconds, and then start the car up. So that's 7.5 minutes already on this video. I'm sure you guys don't want to sit here and watch that 10-minute timer. But that's it. Just a quick little way to show you on a computer like that. You can almost consider this thing like a used computer setup because it has the wrong VIN number in there in the first place. It came out of a navigation. Cardone remanned it, and it really wasn't set up for the car. So you could use this for a used PCM as well. Have a good day.